Reason to die. I had to make this shit drip but make sense at the same time. Y'all J-State Sonic booming, that's ballin' in prime time. Reason to die. Headline, that's straight dope, no filler. These cats is truly global, nigga. They straight up out the tiller. I tossed the bone and picked up the pen. Commissioned by the Supreme Pod God. Y'all know him, that's the nigga Jay Sims. He the start of conversation, designated music expert. Just one piece in the car. Beat this intricate network. All things introspective. Dojo Jack in the mix. Mr. Cool got views on fashion news and all the new kicks. The blues from Bay of Boo. He could probably fix. He do it for the dollars, my nigga. He just kicking his shit. Just like Katie, but he kick shit differently. He gon' tell it how he see shit, even if it ain't the way it really be. And that's okay by me. It ain't even a quirk. It take a whole lot of opinions and make reason to doubt word. Let's get it! DJ Stino dripped and get that water. He got that motto, be yourself in life and take your farther. You around here being something else, that just gon' make life harder. Yeah, everybody got a role, but these are player starters. Juice, he the freshest young nigga in the town, hence the name. Youngest soldier in the camp, so we keep him up on game. Lil Deuces, that's that nigga major part of the grind. He like Mike on the baseline in his prime, that's game time. He blazing trails for the coach, that's the reason to down. Out here exposing all the votes, that's the reason to down. Midwest Blue straight, hey, that's the reason to down. We out to 618, that's the reason to down. We do things we said we could, that's the reason to down. Elevate, still keep it, that's the reason to down.
Welcome back. We here, episode 138 of the Reason to Doubt podcast. We here on set, back again. Like always, I'm your host, the Supreme Pod Guy, Jay Sims. And to the left of me today, we got
nigga in the town. Don't nobody want to see these old ass niggas.
Young Juice, about to be just Juice. After next episode, y'all see him, you know, coming up on that birthday.
No drop coming. Ain't doing no drop.
To the
Damn,
right,
it was gonna be better than the last one. I ain't gonna talk about y'all no more.
and to the right of me, we got
Look at his kicks, look at his car. All I say is
Joe Jack.
Big Joe Jack.
That's a dope shoe.
Classic. Uptown.
Cam Newton wouldn't let me in the spot with my up song, man. Fuck Cam Newton. I'm gonna talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? But to the right of Joe Jack, we got
Loud tight, big Rams wooded, that's how I like.
Fresh 60, aka KD Harley Fresh.
When you gonna pull your bike out?
I got some things. I'll probably send it to the shop and get a couple things.
That bike bigger than I thought. I thought you had a little mini bike.
Come
though.
on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Sleep. I mean, we got something coming.
Yeah, whatever. But we here again, man. Shout out to DJ Stino. He couldn't be here, but like always, this is shot by.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
AE Media, Little Deuces. Holla at them if you need anything. Photography, videos, whatever you need. Holla at AE Media.
I think $140, $150. We all need new drops.
I don't need a new drop. You get a new drop, nigga.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get a new drop.
What number we on there?
138.
138.
We should do it like seasonal.
Katie, you had a different drop before, didn't you?
My first one was
What was you at for?
that BMJ. No, it wasn't BMJ. It was Go DJ.
Oh, yeah.
I already know what part of mine gonna be.
This shit gonna be weak. I could see it in your eyes. You was thinking of some weak
Mine's too
shit.
long. I had to shorten it. It ain't too long. Mine is. I want that. I think that should be our pie. Our drop.
What's what?
We'll talk
They
about
done. Nobody does it better.
We gotta have intro music on the live podcast. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
But it got to be. I wanted that to be my drop, but I was like, it's too long. They wouldn't get it. They wouldn't catch it.
I know part of mine gonna be keep God ain't like fuck me.
Damn. What's that from?
You can't chop up the drop. We ain't doing all that. That's too much.
I can do whatever I want.
You ain't pressing the button.
You got a point.
I'm gonna put it together and send it to him. He ain't got to do no work.
Hey man, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to all our listeners. Shout out to the new listeners. Shout out to new subscribers. We've been getting some new subscribers, man. Thank y'all for reaching out and putting that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Stay on the lookout. July 29th. Reason of Doubt weekend coming at you fast. We got at Salute Park, we'll be playing part 2 of Reason of Doubt versus Rich Crew, a basketball game, but it's bigger than that. It's something that we doing. We're giving back to the community. Come up there, man. Family friendly event. Come up there. Free food. We'll have some giveaways, raffles, things of that nature. A good competitive basketball game also. Come out, man. Salute Park, all the Illinois. May or may not.
Shout out to Rich.
But then that's on Friday, July 29th. On Saturday, we'll be doing a live podcast at the Conservatory. By the time this comes out, the Eventbrite will be up. You'll be able to buy your tickets. Act fast because this event will sell out, and you want to be there. You have your tickets. It's going to be a fun time, man. So, July 29th, Reason of Doubt weekend. Stay tuned. And we back. How y'all been, man? What's up?
Hot. Fuck you mean?
Like 100 degrees, man.
He is hot.
Hot.
Hot boy. Yeah, I was down in Atlanta this weekend. Shout out to my nigga Dino. Dino's starting back up his podcast, Taper Talk. I went down there and was one of his first guests for his podcast. He got a nice little setup, Showed me hospitality, let me use his set. I interviewed Ali again, St. Lunatic. Shout out to Ali, always showing me love and giving me some game on things. Me and him chopped it up, talked about some things, and Ali goes through so much, man. I tell him he got to start a podcast. Mm-hmm. But trying to talk him into doing it. He said him and Big Gip be talking about doing it. Big Gip from Atlanta, from Goody Mob. Lot of dope
Probably
stories he got.
That'll be a dope podcast.
Most definitely.
Highly anticipated.
Ali, we did the podcast, was interviews about an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. But shit, he stayed another 2. They had a whole nother podcast the week. Said a whole bunch of shit we couldn't talk about. You know what I'm saying? He told me and Dino what tip drill really mean. I won't repeat it, but told us the real meaning of it.
We gotta talk about that off air.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all off air for sure, but he just breaking down, man. So shout out to Ali, man, showing me a whole bunch of game, man. But shout out to Dino too. Shout out to my nigga Omeka. He with Dino, me, him, and Dino had a good time in Atlanta.
Shout out to Murphy Lee, host of the car show in Alton on the riverfront.
Shout out to Murph.
I couldn't make it. I didn't really know about it. I don't know who was promoting it, but I don't think the promotion was the best because I heard about it at the last minute. But I heard it was dope. It was a nice event, family friendly. Loke sent me a video of a SS.
They had a Hummer section.
It was nice. They had a nice little car. They showed up and showed out. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my boy Jude from the field. He felt some type of way about that.
You like that?
He ain't like that. Jude ain't really know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So he slid down here later that night with his own little car show. So he definitely, Jude king of the car. So, he felt some type of way about somebody being in this territory flexing.
My fault.
You good?
I called it chill.
Huh?
Crazy shit.
Debo's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
my fault.
Shout out to Jude though. You ever have a conversation with Jude? He be talking that talk like for real, but he lived that life, so I definitely respect it. He definitely showed love to me. We had a 1-on-1. He be talking like Rick Ross on some real boss shit, but he really be living it. So shout out to him for sure. He the car guy. You need a car, go up there to Springfield, get you right. You can get you a couple dollars. Everybody going up there getting cars. And so you got to catch a train up there, drive your car back. That's the routine.
They going up there getting that shit though.
He getting them in.
Good credit, no credit, bad credit.
Don't matter.
Hey, and look. Shout out to my guy Omeka. He ain't practicing law right now, but he passed the bar, so he a lawyer basically though. So I was just talking to him about like, you know how niggas just be scamming nowadays. Well, not really scamming, but they just know so much shit. Like we had a conversation, you were talking about like certain things that's against the law and shit like that. So I was asking him about a lot of that shit, and it was just so funny. He was like, everything I was saying, it's like truth in it, but it's like. You don't want to do that shit. You know how they were saying, like, I heard niggas say a down payment is against the law type shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he was just getting weak because he was like, yeah, kinda, but that ain't really like.
It's all about how you spend.
Yeah, like that's what it was just some funny shit though. Like, I was picking his brain like a motherfucker, just talking about like lawyer shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty funny though. But shout out to Atlanta, man. Everywhere in Atlanta is like a turn up. Like no matter where you go, it's a DJ in that motherfucker. And people dancing and shit. Like everywhere you go. Grocery store, no matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. But we tried to go to
Wait a minute, grocery store.
I'm telling you, dude, it's a
DJ
in the grocery store, bro. Like everywhere you go, it's just turned up. And I only seen like 8 white people. The whole time I was there.
They probably moving. You know, they say Atlanta's a Black Hollywood.
But we try to go. You know, Cam Newton got a cigar bar out there. You know, called like the Fellowship or something like that.
Fellowship.
And I was telling the joke. I actually wasn't even the person that. You know what I'm saying? Usually a dress code, I'd be mad as fuck at dress code and shit like that. But I came accordingly because I didn't want to fuck the vibe up. You know what I'm saying? I had to go buy some shoes, all type of shit. But actually, Dino couldn't get in. He had like some Sam Smith Adidas, like super casual Adidas and shit like that, no logo on and none of that shit. But they wasn't going. But what pissed me off, fucking Cam Newton in there with a damn polo on and a button-down shirt over it, like a bandana around his neck, like shorts on the big ass. Like he looks stupid as fuck. Like that nigga shouldn't get let in Hooters wearing no shit like that. Fam.
That's his
Yeah,
I get it, but you want people like if I came in probably looking like
to
that.
set the bar.
If I would have came with that fit on, they would have been like, nah, fam. Like they get letting that shit off with Cam Newton. Cam Newton be tripping, fam.
He had on one of them funky hats.
Yeah, so dude, he was looking. Dude, he had a polo.
His hat's hard though. I can't wear no type of hats.
But have you ever seen somebody wear a polo and a button down?
It's hard.
Never. You would never wear nothing like that, bro.
He wore it on the pivot.
That shit was crazy.
He wears that shit all the time. And
Top
he
hat
just polo.
Cam Newton's style is definitely
skin,
different.
No, his style is trash as fuck.
I ain't
Let's
gonna.
not
I
say-
wouldn't
let's
say
not
that.
You would.
I wouldn't wear it, but I won't say that it looks trash. Like he puts
I'm
it
not
on.
a fan of his style.
Man, nobody is.
I'm not a fan of his style.
You're not a fan of it because you wouldn't wear it, or you just don't think it look good.
both. To be
I
honest,
don't think it. Now certain things are
certain things.
I feel like he's trolling, fam.
I feel like he.
I don't think so.
Like that shit. I feel like he's trolling.
He said he
I feel like it's an attempt to like the Kanye West. Like Kanye West will wear whatever fuck you want to wear, then he get a whole bunch of people to wear this
But
shit.
Kanye West be trolling too. Kanye West was wearing 2 polos at a time.
It's crazy.
Like funny. Let me see if I can get niggas to do this shit.
There's some shit like that though.
Like I feel like if I would have walked up like in the exact same outfit as Cam Newton had, they would have been like, "No, you can't come in."
But you on.
What type of shoes?
Like, yeah.
What type of shoes did he have on?
Stopped you at the door.
I don't know. They look like some Chuck type shit.
But
What's the shit with the heart on it?
Como Day.
Yeah, like I think he had
They
some of
got
them
songs,
joints.
some shit like that.
Como they go.
But like I'm just like I'm just.
But you don't own the place though, so.
I understand that.
I'm actually
I mean,
shocked.
I was good.
That's what
I
Trump
actually
everything.
I would have
that
came. I was good.
I'm
I came
shocked
in.
that you the one that was dressed accordingly though.
No, because
Because we had this conversation before. About
yeah, no, because it wasn't just
You wanted
me.
that experience.
I wasn't even gonna like. I wanted to go to the cigar bar anyway, though, but it wasn't just me. But I'm with a lawyer and another corporate dude. Like the nigga Omega, he's the same size as me, so he had a closet full of shoes and shit like that. So I was straight like to go, but Dino like thought he was straight. You know what I'm saying? But we just ended up leaving. He
We
tried
ain't
to,
even doing eyebrows today.
No, you ain't cool enough.
yeah.
You say I ain't cool enough.
That's it.
You ain't
We was,
cool enough.
we was with Dino OG, like one of his OGs, so it was like he had his shit set up where we was like could have been in there. We ended up just leaving. We could have probably forced the issue and like got in, but he didn't want to fuck his little plug up.
Yeah.
Shit, like he didn't want to make it.
He didn't want to put his plug on the spot.
Yeah, like you gave me this plug and now I'm about to make it hot and shit. So we just ended up going somewhere else. But straight up, but shout out to Cam Newton, man. I might check it out. But I was just in there and I just looked over at Cam. I'm like, this nigga look ridiculous over here, fam. But like, you got the nerve to
He always look like a villain from.
we didn't do
Gotham
crazy
City.
as fuck.
Willy Wonka.
I think that's what he's fishing for. Though.
He trolling,
Like he
dude.
said, his daddy always tell him to cut his hair and shit. He said he ain't doing it.
It ain't about
It ain't even about the hair. It's about the you all over the place with the style. fam.
It's probably a stylist though. It's probably
Huh?
somebody
No,
that's a
ain't nobody. No, that's
No,
him.
he throwing
That's
that
him.
shit
It's probably a
That's
stylist.
him, dog.
No,
That's him.
if
That's
you
him, dog.
no, I like Cam Newton, but if you pay attention to Cam Newton, watch any of his interviews and stuff like that, Cam Newton, he that nigga. Like in his mind, like you know what I'm saying, he gonna do what the fuck he want to do. Like he like hiring a stylist is frowned upon when you feel like you that guy. He's
that shit on.
you know what I'm saying. He do what he want to do.
He failing because don't nobody dress like him. He failing at what he trying to do, like trend setting. And
I
shit
think
like
we
that.
just may not be around those people.
It's a bunch of cats that's wearing them top hats with the feathers.
I get the top. It ain't just the
No,
top.
this
hat.
is
It's
true.
the
I'm talking
whole-
about the you don't be seeing these.
Dude, he be
I
looking.
do. Like,
He
like,
looking.
no,
nuts.
I don't check for Cam Newton. No, but anytime when if I seen when he doing his interviews and stuff like that, I peep see.
I seen worse, is what I'm saying.
I ain't seen worse. Like, that's some of the worst shit. That fit he had on. That's one of the
I
worst.
seen
fits
worse.
I've seen.
Everybody
I
wear a
seen
bad
worse.
fit, though.
What you see in? Yeah, I seen
Maybe
worse.
not, but yeah.
Like what you call it, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne be tripping to me with like the stuff that he be having on be weird as hell when I be seeing it. He might have.
Most
on-
deaf.
I don't think Lil Wayne give a fuck though. Like that's the whole difference. Like Cam
Cam don't
Newton,
give a fuck.
he's
Yes, he
shit.
do.
He's pressing
putting
for,
effort into
He
this
wants
shit,
to
bro.
be like as far as like the
Yeah.
upper echelon, as far as like the people that's paving the way.
I seen he do an interview talking about I be putting that shit on. Like he was
No, he
bragging
feel like that,
about
though.
his fit. Like they like like who, I can't remember who he was with, but they wasn't feeling that shit. Like they were like okay. Shout out to Cam.
You got a polo on with a pea coat with a blazer up under it.
Dude, that shit.
It's just that's 6 different things. You know what I'm saying?
layers though.
Huh?
They might call layers. That's what they call layering in the.
But in Atlanta, though, a lot
But with
of
some
them
shorts,
niggas,
but he got some
they
shorts
be
on though.
that,
I was in
though.
Atlanta, dude. Nobody like that's
No,
what
I'm
I'm
saying
saying.
there's certain individuals, like the one I put in the chat that one day, Hollywood Rossi. I don't know if y'all know who it is, but he a rapper from Atlanta. Like he had that blouse on, and like he pressing the issue because he one of them niggas is just like I got money, so I can wear what the fuck I want.
That's not true.
I don't think it's true either.
That's not-
I think it's true. Like you can wear. I think it's true when you got that money and you can wear whatever you want. When you like not doing that, like not like going crazy. It's like when you a casual, like a J. Cole. Like if J. Cole wanted to go to that cigar bar, they gonna let J. Cole in. Like you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been an issue. That's when I think it means you can wear whatever you want. But when you think you just about to wear like rainbow colors and peacock feathers and you know like type shit, nah, fam.
I wish I had me a peacock feather for them beavers boy. I talk about logging the street.
Man.
Wear that mother.
But I had a good time in Atlanta, man. But when you say RIP to a rapper every fucking episode,
It's been trending.
RIP to Chicago rapper FBG Cash. You listening?
No,
I don't know nothing about him.
I
I seen him
assume he was
trolling
with the
before.
duck nigga.
So he like duck, like yeah, he got
I
it.
assume he with the duck nigga.
Yeah.
he was most recently famous for taking a picture
In
of
front of that
King
King Von
Von.
mirror. Yeah.
That didn't age well.
I mean that. No disrespect. I say a lot though. I mean that's sad.
It's sad that rappers dying so fast, man. Like it's every day, like I said, every episode we do is a different RIP to a rapper.
Only thing, like a lot of people was trying to make a comparison, like, you know, you comparing like Biggie and Pac dying in our era. You know what I'm saying? Like in that era, it was 100 well-known rappers. Now it's 100,000 well-known rappers. So the fact that it's a RIP every week, you gotta understand the numbers though. You know what I'm saying? Like they was top tier rappers, but it's 1,000 rappers. So at any given time, you could be RIP to little, you know what I'm saying, little cut or something like that because because of social media, it makes the world smaller. So and that person had a following, that person had a family. So I'm not slighting them, but it's always a rapper around. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is, and people trying to compare that, and that's not a proper comparison though.
Yeah. Biggie and Pac is never a proper comparison.
But you understand what I'm saying?
No, I know. I know. Like I'm saying, like when they died, it's just they was like the two biggest in the game too. But the rappers now, it's like they halfway rappers though. Like I think people, they really be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? They just happen to get on and rap. So like they really ain't too far removed from the streets. Rappers back in the day, even if they was from the streets, by the time you've seen them on TV, they've been trying to be a rapper for years. Like it ain't no, now you could just have a hit song and now you on. Like we see that girl, that fuck nigga free girl, like 2 months ago she was broke as shit. Now she got a hit song, now she getting money touring and stuff like that. But back in the day, even if you had talent, like you got a record deal and you might not come out for 3 years still though, because artist development, you working on your album and shit like that, they just not gonna put you out. Like now it ain't really no middleman. So these people blowing the fuck up.
You can just put a record out. Man, you can, as long as you got your computer, you can put your record out.
Phone, computer, a microphone.
Yeah, man, that shit just it's fucked up.
So basically, like, just the whole rapper title is just like that's just thrown around. Like I can make a song tomorrow, and I am a rapper. So then, if I die, it'd be like, damn, R.I.P. Jeff Jack. You know, it's just.
I mean, but if it get to what I'm saying, when I say we don't just when we say R.I.P. to a rapper, they be kind of a known rapper though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't be saying R.I.P. No, that's the first time I don't really know too much about the rapper we saying R.I.P. to.
He only really known for no disrespect, but just trolling and shit.
Yeah.
Like I can't name one song he got.
Yeah, man. But shout out to y'all. See Rolling Stone put out their top 200 rap albums of all time list. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about that.
But that is just funny. It's like they make these lists.
But not a rap. The people that's judging ain't rap fans.
Rolling Stones a rock and roll.
No, Rolling Stones is a music.
I mean, it's music, but rock and roll.
No, Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones is a rock and roll group, but the Rolling Stones magazine ain't the same as the rock and roll group. It ain't.
I know, but what he's saying, it's a bunch of fools who don't know nothing about hip hop putting a hip hop list together.
We don't know that, but with the list,
Well, I'm just
everybody make people make
Even if they know about hip hop, they're not a part of the culture.
We don't know that. We don't know who made the list. What I'm saying is they trolling with the list. Like that's how everybody do. Cause Complex make a list and they hip hop, and the list be stupid too. D-Dot from Rap Radar make a list. I think people be making these lists just to
Start a
get
conversation.
just to get like everybody mad.
So what was the controversial?
So the top 10. Number 10 was Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's an R&B album. A Tribe Called Quest was number 9. Low End Theory, Wu-Tang number 8. Missy Elliott number 7. Number 6. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy number 5. Kendrick Lamar, Pimp a Butterfly. 4. Public Enemy, Takes a Nation and Millions to Hold Us Back. Number 3. Blueprint. Number 2. Outkast, Stankonia. And number 1. Ready to Die by Biggie. Now, the top 10, I mean, I don't like the top 10, but That
Like the order or the top 10 period.
I don't like top 10. Like,
I fuck with Stank on you.
yeah, but that's like Outkast got better. That's not even Outkast. I don't know. I don't think that's even
So
they
what should
top
have been
3.
in the top 10?
Number 16 was Cardi B, Invasions in Privacy.
That was a controversy.
It was a lot. Like Dr. Dre 2001 was like number 13. Everybody think like The Chronic is like the greatest album ever. They had the Game documentary album, wasn't even on the list. They
Wait
had
till he find out about that.
nah, he found that out.
Oh, you know about it. It ain't
They
nothing you don't
had
know
like
about.
Future DS2 was number 20 of all time. Kanye West Yeezus was number 17. Like, everybody hate that album. Drake only had like one album on the whole thing. Take Care was number 11.
11.
It was just a crazy list. Like they had like Rennie Rucci like number 88 or something like that. You know who that is? Like it was like Tupac had like one album on the whole list.
Rennie Rucci.
Like out of 200 albums. It was just a whole bunch of.
Yeah,
A lot of albums.
But
even now that Rennie Rucci shouldn't be nowhere.
it was just a crazy. But that's what I'm saying. That when they be making these lists, people just go fucking nuts. Lil Baby ain't make the cut either.
Yeah, I definitely don't respect the list. No.
You know what I don't even know? He might have been on the list. Though. I
He
can't.
probably not. He
A lot
probably
of
not, though.
200 is a lot.
But
Was Eminem on there?
Eminem was on there
Had to be.
like 2 or 3 times, but he was like not in the top 30. He was like in the top 30 for like one of them. Or
What
something.
did the game have to say about this?
He was mad. He was just like, y'all don't deserve to talk about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But the documentary, fam, like that, when that album came out, that like saved like West Coast hip hop. It wasn't nobody put from the West making music like at that time. Like Snoop and Cube and them niggas was still them niggas, but when the Game came out, it was the first person since like Death Row era to make some noise. So the Game is like the funniest person to get interviewed too. He did another interview and it was
Seen
rather
clips
funny.
of it.
He said he wasn't a billionaire because he didn't feel like it.
I tried to. But when people say shit like that, I be trying to like pause and then try to figure out what he might have meant. You know what I'm saying? Like make it make
Like if
sense.
he-
Like, oh, I see what he was saying. No, I ain't see it. I missed it.
I mean, it take a lot of work to be a billionaire though, and he don't feel like doing that work. He said he turned down $7 million to become
2K.
to play 2K.
He like playing 2K?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, no,
notorious.
he like-
He like top 10 in the,
He like
in
in
the
the
world.
world.
And like Madden too. Like dude, the Game, his name is true.
And man, Snoop up there too. I don't
Yeah,
know,
but
I don't
he
think
always-
Snoop
So
up
that's
there
what you
that
do.
high.
You gonna turn down 7 for doing something that you like to do?
He said because he wasn't in the mental space to go on tour.
So he gonna
at
do
that
what's
time.
gonna make him happy.
So he gonna do what gonna make him happy.
What's up?
So yeah,
What's up?
Billionaire
if,
shit.
If,
like,
if you're able to do that, I mean you ain't moved by
that's what
money.
he said.
You ain't moved by money opportunity.
He said that he feel like the people that are the most happiest is the people that's like in the middle.
That's what we talked about last week though. Can you be happy?
Like the
That
week
wasn't
after-
it.
that was the week after.
We was talking about you know,
That conversation come from people that already got fucking money too, cause they done had the same mindset when they
Exactly.
fucking broke.
but about the billionaire shit, I don't know. Cause I was having this conversation with bros yesterday, and I was trying to like. He said he probably said some shit like that when he was a kid about being a millionaire, and then he became a millionaire. But now it's just like, I don't know.
He told the
I try to
story.
make it make sense.
He told the story about if he wasn't rapping, he would have worked at Office Depot. I mean, like Home Depot. That was his plan. And then Home Depot ain't called him back, so he just he started rapping. He said, but if Home Depot would have called him back, he would have probably been like general manager at Home Depot right now, type shit.
Damn, a hot motherfucker. He also told a story how he left to crack the trap house to go record that album. So where was Home Depot at? Why he wasn't leaving the job?
Maybe he was trying to get. He was trying to get.
No, he was selling crack.
I'm saying, but he was trying to get a job.
I think he was just selling the crack. Yeah.
Or maybe he never sold crack.
stripper too at one point in time.
He was a stripper. He left out the story
Maybe
too.
he was dancing.
The game is,
Wild boy.
and he still say better than Eminem. So,
He's standing on that. So what you like? What you take from the billionaire status? Like, I mean, the statement.
who the game was him saying that? It's just silly. I don't know, man. I ain't thinking. You thinking about that?
I thought about it when I really tried to sit there and make it make sense. We was watching the game in my house, me, K Wade, a couple other homeboys, and that came up at halftime, and I tried to make sense of it. I couldn't.
That's on here.
See, what people-
That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
So when
I
people,
don't think people turn down certain opportunities though. Like I think that's kind of like just some troll and shit. Like
But maybe that's some shit that we don't know because we ain't at that level yet. So maybe they do.
no, this is what I'm saying. People get interviewed and they say shit. And their answers be like stuff that you can't argue. Like he can say that. Like how you gonna tell me lying? You know what I'm saying? Like if I say I don't want to be a billionaire, like okay, but then when you really do think about it, it's a lot of shit that go into being that. Like it ain't like he ain't saying if somebody that's handing him $1 billion, like take it, he would say no. He's saying
work for $1 billion.
like you gotta work to be a billionaire. Like you gotta do a lot of shit. You gotta start investing money. Shit
I
like that.
understand that, but the thing about it is like you don't. How many fucking billionaires do you know though? So like, how do you know what type of shit it take to be a billionaire?
Talking about game?
Gang know a
Game
few.
off. You talking about game? Yeah.
Kanye West, Elon Musk, Dr. Dre.
But I think it kind of go back to what we were saying.
Like they got
last
close
week, though.
friends that's billionaires.
Just
You know what's
kinda-
going
You
to.
might know Brian too. So you might slap.
Yeah, LeBron,
Yeah,
Kobe,
but I think it kind of go
Kobe.
back to what we were saying last week though. Like when a motherfucker is like got money and shit, it's easy to say that you would go back. So I think kind of reverse way. Like if I know I got millions, I could just easily say some shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. If you sitting on, you got 30 million and you straight like, and you just keep you enjoying your life, you might not like.
Had a desire
You
to.
can climb that hill for $1 billion?
Yeah, like nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna play 2K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna do shows to get this money. What I gotta do, man, put out
So
my
in that
music.
sense, I mean,
Kind of high
I
up
get
there.
it.
Even when you climbing that hill to get that billion, if you at like 400, and it's like, man, let me
I'm
chill.
going back down. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit right here.
Like how you know how people like right now, them artists all selling their masters and shit like that for like they cashing out. Like Justin Timberlake just sold his masters for like $100 million flat. And everybody like, man, why you do that? The masters worth it. Some people just want to get cashed out. Like I don't feel like dealing with that shit because if I own these masters, I gotta figure out how to make money off of them. I gotta sell them to this movie studio to put it in their TV show and do all this shit. Maybe I just take 100 million, and y'all can have that shit. I make some more songs.
Or if you got a cold ass lawyer, you'll structure a nice deal. I might sell it for $100 million, but I might keep 5%.
Mm-hmm.
That type of shit. So I'm continuing to
See,
I'm sure some of them.
No, and you know, no, and that's what some of them are doing. I don't know about just Timberlake, but I seen like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne sold his masters, but he still kept a percentage. They didn't say what percentage, but they're working his masters for him. Like so, you'll see
pushing that shit.
Lil Wayne shit, music, and more shit, commercials, and you know what I'm saying. Like they using this shit. He still got a small percentage, but they cast him out. He wanted the bread.
Thanks. Go buy Stun Island or something.
And then I also think it's just business moves. Like you don't want to be caught up in the business move for too long. Sometimes you gotta get out of it. So like when you moving and grooving, sometimes you just gotta let certain shit go in order for other things to happen. So like I wash my hands with that, but now I'm on some other shit because everything is constantly evolving, and you gotta be moving with the times and with the flow.
That's what I think it comes to, because I mean, like you said, stuff evolving, and then with just music and everything changing to where just how you distribute music and everything like that.
All
Like
that shit.
20, 30 years from now, masters might not be
Yeah,
structured how they
shit.
structured.
You gotta think like shit. The streaming
20, 30
shit,
years,
you don't even know what that shit worth. Like shit, stream. They might change up after. Some might be
Quick.
different after streaming. So it's like you don't even know if that shit gonna be worth anything. But
It's like big.
I think them shits is gonna be worth some
It's
shit.
just like
though.
crypto. We keep having these crypto conversations and shit.
Ross having fun with that shit.
That shit all cap, dude. All that crypto shit.
Ross
cap,
having
dude.
fun with that. Right now.
NFTs and shit.
Where y'all at?
That shit keep dropping every 5 seconds.
I sold mine.
But that over the market is just fucked up. Like we in a recession. They just ain't called it that yet.
Oh yeah,
we in a recession. They just ain't labeling it a recession.
You know,
yet.
who we need to label that motherfucker? Jeezy. Recession 2.
He already had a recession too.
Oh yeah, that shit was just whack.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot.
he dropped it.
That's great. I
But yeah,
really
we
forgot
in,
he carried recession too.
We in a fucked up situation as a country right now.
The pandemic over.
Been over. Y'all, you don't see nobody on the fucking flights no more and shit.
I ain't seen no
Ain't,
bands.
huh?
I ain't seen
Ain't
no.
nobody turning them, ain't nobody cat, none of that. When's the last time you seen that? Motherfuckers on islands and shit. You ain't seen none of that lately. I seen a motherfucker on a road trip the other day.
They talk Tulum.
Oh, y'all all in a car, huh?
Road trip?
You down there balling though to take a road.
I'm about to
trip,
say shit. You might as well get in
too
that
long,
flight.
too far now. Hey.
No, it was a local. It was like some shit, couple hours and shit like that.
Pandemic. I seen them.
That why they was it multiple people in the car though?
Yeah,
They get that gas.
that type of exactly. That's what I'm saying.
seen them all.
Ain't nobody getting flued out. They getting drove out.
pull a stamp card out of Louis bag the other day. I was like,
Hey, maybe they bought the stamps.
probably not. Probably not though. You know what I'm saying? Because they was fronting. You know what I'm saying? I would not because they was fronting.
But
They was ashamed to use that stamp card.
But that'll show you how people hold on to material shit even when they down because
Wanna be high
sell the
five.
bag.
Sell the bag.
What if the bag ain't real?
Exactly.
That too, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother conversation.
Let the leather smell to it.
No,
It
it's
had
cool.
what leather smell though?
The leather smell.
The fake shit be having a smell too.
I like leather. I know what leather is.
No,
It's still real leather. Just
not even on no joking manner though, man. Like everybody going through some tough times right now. This shit is it's crazy for real.
I'm mad I ain't getting out of that pandemic.
me too. I'm salty. I ain't get that shit. They ain't even bothering them people over
dust
there.
settled.
20.
Yes, y'all did.
The dust settled.
You got people like
No,
as far as
that wasn't
like
pandemic.
That wasn't been
That was during the time.
That wasn't pandemic.
That was during the time though.
Better work for that. Had to swim for that. I don't know how to swim, nigga. Had to backstroke for that.
Y'all like, fuck.
Yeah.
splash. Look,
Backstroke.
splash.
But on top of that, I would like to get one of them 20s. Easy.
We ain't complaining too much. We're just going through some tough times right now.
Since we talking about all these broke people, congratulations, Tiger Woods, man. You got $1 billion too.
Worth a B.
Man, Tiger Woods been had $1 billion, dude. He just
No,
fought.
he took a setback. Fuck you mean?
Tiger.
Still
Yeah,
Still-
come on, man.
Huh?
Minor.
Yeah.
No, the divorce and them civil suits and shit.
Tiger been had $1 billion.
I think
He
them
just
niggas
now
get to the
told
point that
Forbes.
needs to be like,
They
just
told
tell
Forbes.
them.
They can go ahead and tell him, man. Like,
I did that 10 years.
you think Drake ain't got $1 billion right now, fam? Drake sitting, you know what I'm saying? Like his house, he got a $120 million house.
Like, we'll tell them in 2030.
Yeah, some shit like that. I don't want motherfuckers in my business. That Forbes shit, that's Master P said that's the worst shit that ever happened to him when he told Forbes how much he had. He said Young Jock when Young Jock was popping, he was like Forbes said he made $10 million in a year or some shit. Like, it was the worst year of his life. That's why he said motherfuckers be
Forbes
broke, go
got
broke
cursed.
like Jock. I'm just saying, imagine if Forbes just said you got $10 million. You know how many people gonna be calling you?
Aunts, uncles,
Man.
cousins you ain't know you had.
Nephew, shit like that.
I heard
No,
you.
Friends.
I know how to ignore phone calls.
Uncle hit you up too. Hey, what's up? What's up with that 10? The other uncle though. The other uncle hit you up like, damn, 10?
And you know
where
what's crazy?
30 at?
I think it'd be kind of similar to that shit, but like I don't fuck with people like that anyway. So like motherfuckers don't have the right to even call me about no shit,
Oh, they gonna figure it. They gonna try though.
and that's cool. But like I'm not going at all.
I'm probably gonna need a Harley out of deal.
I don't even.
No,
got
I'm just
that.
saying. Just think of the podcast though. So say if we sign a deal, and like that's how that should be looking too on paper. We might sign a deal that say $20 million, but it's structured for like
10
10
years.
years. Like we ain't even thinking about doing the whole contract, shit like that. So we really only got like $3 million to to bust down, and a lot of shit invested back into the show. So, but people read that article and think we got $20 million.
At the house.
Yeah.
I don't even get that many phone calls and text messages though. So like I did that shit though. The thing about it is I'm cool as fuck, real laid back. I have an asshole tendency though, and I turn that shit the fuck up. Like I don't be playing like that though. Like so you can't. I cuss a motherfucker out.
He turned it up right there.
And I'm dead serious though. Like on there, like I don't be just
You gonna
because
cuss out a lot of people though.
and I'm good with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Yeah.
Soon as the motherfucker phone for playing with me though, for coming at me like because don't
I know
nobody.
you don't like
They
the
not
play
gonna be
because
a plan.
talking
No,
about
it's
that.
gonna be a sob
You
story.
don't like the play.
It's gonna be it's just gonna be 5,000. That's the magic number, 5,000.
No, bro. Like I be sitting at my house or I be at work.
I
That's
don't
what
need
I'm saying.
5K,
That's
bro.
what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the 5,000.
It ain't a whole bunch of people that even hit me up. I'm dead serious though. Like I don't like motherfuckers just be blowing Joe Jack up though. Like don't nobody just be fucking with me all the time though.
But when
So
motherfuckers say you worth
as soon as
10
you
million, bro?
yeah, and now I'm offended.
You gonna be offended. But I'm saying that shit gonna piss you off even
And I'm
more.
with the shit though.
Yeah,
what
all-
I'm saying, I'm with the shit though.
Yeah, that's what. It's still gonna be a time you're gonna look back 10 years from that, 10 years after that. Like, man, remember when they made that announcement that we got that shit was some bullshit. Like, so then I make sure our next situation.
I should be
like,
to me. I
don't
be
ever
more,
say that shit. Again.
I'd be more worried about like safety and security and shit like that. As far as like being bothered and shit by people big and that's
bother you though.
no fuck no. I've been big before and shit like that. So like I handle that shit well.
I don't want
Fuck
to
y'all.
report nothing. I want my shit to say like Dame Dash shit, -2 million or something. While I'm in a mansion in Malibu.
No, like I want to
He
be
did
like
that shit for
I want that shit to be true and I still tell you no.
Wouldn't just be an asshole.
Yeah. Because the thing about it is, like, motherfuckers that be successful, they got a certain level of asshole in them, though. Like, you can't be the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like that yes man, that nice guy and shit like that. Them motherfuckers be getting fucked over.
They gonna be coming up there, Joe Jack. Listen, think about it.
Yeah.
Renner spoons. Give them the soup for free.
I gotta
them
go.
Rent a spoon.
I gotta go.
That shit gonna blow up, bro.
I gotta
All I
go.
need is 5,000.
That's it.
I gotta go. The people
got
that
business
fuck with
plan there.
the people that fuck with me, they straight for sure. Because that's the thing about it is like I'm a very giving person. The people that fuck with me, I fuck with them the long way. So the people that don't fuck with me, like it wouldn't be a hard decision.
I'm talking about the Harley. I was just stretched all out.
It's
Big rim.
if you don't fuck with me, it
Both
wouldn't be a hard decision though. Because there ain't a whole bunch of people to help me. So I got a little chip on my shoulder.
Man, they gonna be chasing you around the hood like Bow Wow on lottery ticket, nigga.
A lot of people read so much into like Forbes list and shit though. Like,
I
Man,
don't fucking know.
we was talking about this shit last night. This motherfucker looked at the game.
You know how many
Talking
times
about
I've been in that water? Like fuck you mean? Like you looking at the wrong shit.
the game. My homie was like, he don't think the game got $5 million.
He a hater.
that sounds stupid, man.
That's what I said.
But like the game broke that shit down for people like celebrity net worth and shit. Like that shit is so much bullshit. Like he broke it down. Like he got like 7 cars. He got a big ass mansion. He broke that shit down so fast. Like 2 million is just sneakers and shit like that. Like when you a musician and you got a hit song, you could never like really be regular broke if you got like classic material because you'll always be able to tour and make money off your shit. A nigga like Genuine, he can perform Pony for the rest of his life. And he got a week, he got a hotel stay, a plane ticket, and $5,000 in his pocket for the rest of his life, just off a Pony though.
5 is light.
Yeah, that's what,
10.
and that's what I'm just talking about. If he
He got a 5 in the state. He toured the state. He went to 5 different places for that 5.
No, but this just
He got 25.
I'm just performing 10 minutes for y'all though. Let me do a whole 30-minute set. Now you gotta really break me off and shit like that.
I need 50.
Nigga, Gotti said back in the day, nigga, I get 7,500 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was when he first came out or some shit like that. You look at these niggas now, like Moneybagg Yo getting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he getting 100. Then he getting 25 for the walkthrough, another 100 on set. Like, these niggas getting so much money. So you look at a nigga like The Game, who got classic, he can give you an hour and a half set. and shit like that. He can go overseas and make.
He
millions
does
dollars.
that.
Like,
Though.
you know what I'm
Most
saying?
of the
Like,
time I see him performing, it be overseas.
like motherfuckers look at like a Ja Rule or some shit like that. These niggas will never fall off, bro.
That was what Boosie said. That Boosie said he don't.
Boosie getting that
he don't-
bag.
Ain't nobody like Boosie.
All
Boosie
Boosie
getting that
performed
bag.
is the badass album.
album.
That's it.
He said he
And then
don't.
he pulling up doing
He
features.
said he don't respect nobody who got an album out or had an album out who ain't getting money because for that reason, that reason alone, you can always go tour. If you too good to take that 5K, that's your bad.
Nah, Boosie with the shit. Boosie, I see him do drops, music videos, features.
Boosie pull up on you.
Yeah, he coming to the hood. He doing all that.
And he said they asked him, you know what I'm saying, when he be doing his features, he might do a feature for like 7 or 10 or woo. They like you pulling up and doing the bullshit verse. He like, hell no, I'm coming up and I'm spitting that Boosie because it might be one more fan. You know what I'm saying? They might got a fan that don't know me, so anytime I come and I do a verse, I'm spitting the Boosie verse. They gonna be happy. And I might knock out the video too if you cool.
Too short said he been doing that shit since 1990 type shit. Like he said, Too Short said 9 times out of 10, you go to any hood in America, it's a nigga from there that got a song with Too Short.
Right.
Because he said he used to do everywhere he performed, he would do like 5 features. He said he getting whatever. He said like he would say like my price is like 5,000, 7,500. But nigga, yeah, like he taking it. And I'm gonna rap. And I got a 16 for you, my nigga.
Yeah. 17 times. Some little, you know what I'm saying? Couple of rounds.
Like, some people look at that shit like, I ain't gonna try and water my. Like, I remember Conway the Machine, like Griselda nigga. He was saying he don't do that shit. Like, cause he said, like, I don't want to water down my brand and some shit like that. And but he also said, I'm blessed that I don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he said he did it.
So
before.
this is for me.
Yeah, like,
This ain't for you.
Yeah, like,
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like,
Niggas be thinking that's a huge problem. Everybody be trying to compare themselves to the next person. Like, what I do, you can't do. You know what I'm saying? But what you do, I could probably do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be like, man, you think you. So I could be you, but you can't be me. And you just had to accept that shit though. I'm dead serious. So a lot of times you just gotta accept that shit though. So just kind of stay in your lane.
Congratulations to Floyd Mayweather. He got inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame. Shout out to Floyd.
First time I think I seen him cry.
Shout out to Floyd for not paying Logan Paul Steele.
Shout out to that.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out to
like that. That's man. I gotta
like that.
hit some gunshots for that. Don't pay that white boy nothing.
How Floyd get all the money though? Like, that's a bad deal. You
Contracts,
that's a bad deal.
Yeah,
How you
got
let Floyd get all the money and then expect Floyd to?
You got to read the
Floyd spoke
That's
on
a
it
trust
once.
factor.
Floyd said,
Fuck that.
see, this is first time. You know, pay-per-views take time to get back. Floyd probably got $100 million cash
got
checks.
it,
You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably supposed to kick him back a dub or
They
something.
kicked him nothing.
No, it ain't gonna kick him back
That's
nothing.
beautiful though. That's beautiful.
You got to read them contracts.
That's beautiful.
Logan Paul, I don't feel bad, but you making like $40 million a year off YouTube.
He told him
man.
but he missed out on a good 50.
You get into a bag though.
Yeah, he ain't getting it though. Shout out to Floyd. If I ever meet Floyd, I'm gonna tell him like, man, shout out to you. Don't pay him
appreciate
nothing.
you
Don't
doing
pay him nothing, man.
Dollar Bill. Shot Town.
Pay them country boys nothing.
Pay them country boys nothing.
You seen Players Club?
Yep. Ain't gonna give me the thing.
Shout out to the NBA Finals. Looks like my prediction is coming true.
I've been losing money all week.
Need to get they too many turnovers.
Damn.
They was saying that nigga Stephen A. Smith said Tatum got the worst handle he ever seen in a superstar. I'm like, man, there was a lot more to talk about in the game than this. This is that hot take, like.
No, nowhere near. But like as far as them turnovers, they beating themselves.
Yeah.
To be honest, they beating themselves.
Ain't no way they was supposed to lose yesterday.
They beating themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Brown didn't really show up. Tatum had a slow start. And them turnovers is crazy.
You think they realizing like, damn, we might not supposed to be here? Like, damn.
I don't know if
Milwaukee,
big stage.
Milwaukee didn't have Middleton. Like, they probably like, damn, we stuck to that. Jimmy Butler shot that bad shot at the end of the game, could have tied it up.
I don't think they thinking
Maybe
that.
they
They
like
just
flashing in their head, like, damn, them lights big.
Because they've been in it. Like, it's not like they down 3-0 or, you know what I'm saying, finna get swept or nothing like that. They just ain't. They're doing the things that you can't do versus the Warriors.
if they lose until they self. They losing to a Steph Curry with a bad night, a 80% Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? A Draymond
You
Green.
have to win. If Steph scores
You fucking
14
right.
points, you have to win the game.
You fucking right.
He's not
You
going to do that again.
First time he ain't made a 3-pointer in like
Yeah.
200 games.
I had Steph to hit 4 threes last night.
That was an easy bet, though. You know what I'm saying?
Like-
yeah.
I'm like, ain't no way that ain't finna hit.
He averaging 6.
Come on, man. None.
No, that
He was on the bench laughing at the end of the game, like, damn.
it was turnovers
You
though.
know he finna go for 40 the next game.
Yeah.
And if you
That's what I said. He had hella good looks too. Like, it ain't like they was playing like great D. I played bad D on him again. Like, and he was about to hit that shit.
like Tatum turned up a little bit after a while, but like even Smart came to play, but Jaylen Brown, he struggled, but it was turnover. They probably had like 20 turnovers.
It was that
And they said if under 15 turnovers, they win. Like over 15 turnovers, they lose. So it's like simple as that. I mean, it was like some pity pat, like
Shout out to the Boston Celtics though. Like, man, when you a young team like that, fam, like, it's hard to win a fucking NBA championship, dog. Like, your leaders is 20 under 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? Tatum and Brown.
Game 7 in Boston.
It'll be in.
it's gonna be a
State.
7.
No, it's over with.
Golden State.
Huh?
Next game in Boston is 6.
They won 3 games in
The
Boston.
next game is in Boston.
The next game is Boston. Yeah.
No, they going 7.
Nah, that shit over with.
Definitely. That motherfucker finna have 40, man. You can't. They have a 3-point shooting contest with the Warriors.
Shout out to
They
Andrew.
went 0 for 13.
Shout out to Andrew Wiggins, man. He's showing up,
Wiggins,
man. Found his role.
I
performing in his
always
role.
liked the Wiggins.
He holding old boy. He holding Tatum, man.
Yeah, he making it tough on him. Bro.
Like people like Wiggins been in the league for like what 8 years.
Yeah.
Wiggins was like niggas don't watch basketball. Like Wiggins was the true number 1 overall draft pick.
But not in the league. He been underperforming.
I understand that though, but like that don't mean that you just don't got it in you though. He just underperformed. He didn't live up to his potential. But Wiggins still liked it.
He just needed to be in a situation like what he in.
Yeah, he
He
can't
wasn't.
be.
He wasn't a.
He ain't what
number
they
one.
thought he
Yeah,
was.
he's not
but
that,
No,
he's
he
a
wasn't
very
what
good
they thought
that's
he
what I said. Now that he the second option, third option, whatever, like that's a perfect role for him. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta shine in your role, man. Like the Warriors, they're gonna be better next year, so man, niggas.
Fuck them, man. Damn.
What's this be the
Fucking my money up.
the fourth championship for Golden State?
They got 3. Yeah.
Draymond might do something stupid next game though.
Ejection. He dying to get ejected too. Ain't he fucking with people and doing all kinds of.
What he have like 8 points? That's all he.
That was best game?
Yeah, his best game.
Hey, Draymond.
There ain't no way Boston should have lost that game though.
I ain't even watching.
They lost 3-point shooting and turnover.
Turnover.
They started the game 0 for 14 from 3.
In third quarter they turned up, but then fourth quarter they lost it.
Yeah, man. Shout out, been a good NBA finals though for sure. Shout out to Young Thug. He was at Summer Jam in New York, the big concert they have every summer in New York. Young Thug. I don't know who performance it was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But he had a message from jail urging people to sign a petition that stops people in Georgia to use rap lyrics in court.
A lot of people do that.
What?
Them people don't give a fuck about that.
I ain't gonna lie. Like Thug got a nice little following though.
That
Like
petition.
it might not go through, but he might make some noise with it though.
No, I mean,
Especially, I think
petition
it
not
was
signed.
strategic though.
Petitions work though sometimes.
I think it was strategic because Hov and them doing the whole thing. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
that
saying?
was in New York, so it's
That's
like,
what I'm. But
yeah.
that was the whole reason. Like y'all already adopted this concept, so like bring this shit back to Atlanta.
Then,
But that
well, then
Georgia?
Then like them 50 bodies, if they signed a petition to not let him out, families of the people of them 50 bodies, they re-sign a petition.
What's 50 bodies?
Yeah.
Is it
Allegedly.
Yes, nigga.
Listen,
That's what they get charged
Allegedly.
for. Like,
50 bodies?
50
yes.
since 2015. 50.
And then, you know what? I don't like how the lawyers is in there reciting the lyrics though, fam. Thug did not say it like that, dude. It sounded way different.
Does it make it different?
Yeah, it make a difference because it's like Thug got a melody when it said it'll sound like Thug say, I may not did that body, but I got something to do with that body. And then the prosecutor, the white man up there saying, he says clearly in these lyrics, like he says all proper. He did not have nothing to do with that body. He did not do that body, but he had something to do with that body.
It's the same bar.
No, it's the same bar, just sound different on the song.
You
Then-
want to rap it?
Now, no, it just sounds,
worse.
but it
You
sounds
want
so bad.
You want
when-
him to get in the character?
no, I don't want him to do shit.
wanted to say
What
that
I'm
bad.
saying, just when the white man say
Bingo.
it sound so fucking bad.
That's
Like, you know what I'm
exactly
saying?
how he wanted
That's
it.
how
I
He
know. I'm
wanted,
just
he
saying.
wanted to drive like a pitchfork.
Because
Steak.
no, because you
Right.
sitting back,
Into it.
hey, cause you sitting back, listen, like you thinking in your head, like, damn, I heard that song before, and I didn't make a face or nothing when I heard that lyric, but now that this
cringe-worthy.
60-year-old white man say, you like,
Filthy.
he said that.
So is that a bar? So is that a bar or not? You know, what I'm saying? It's a bar.
Yeah, but you can't really, you can't rap about the shit that you still doing, man. Like,
We already talked. Them rappers have not got the concept of that. They don't get that.
I don't. Thug wasn't doing that shit,
But I just
man.
listen. A motherfucker just said to me that if you're not
He guiltier than OJ.
if you're not
Shut
posting
the fuck up.
For sure. Guiltier than OJ.
Shut the fuck
Lots
up.
and they ain't goddamn R. Kelly.
No, he's not, man. No, he's not, man. Don't do that.
I don't know.
They say they about to give R. Kelly like 2 life sentences or some shit.
25 on the table. But like
Shut the
20, 25 on the table with
I
like
thought 25 was the minimum though.
Yeah, it is fair.
25 on the table.
Then this is the first case. He gotta go back to Chicago get some more.
yeah
years.
though with like 15 completed already though from time served.
Never. He been here for a year.
Completed though, like 15 years completed. Time
Never.
served.
He'll be at 2025. He'll be out.
Fuck
Shit.
He's
Out
not
where?
getting suspended
Huh?
sentence or
Out where?
nothing.
That man gonna be in Menard. You probably gonna see him.
Leavenworth.
They killing something there.
2025. He'll be out.
You think if Kells got out, he'd like be turned up, like on a tour or something like that?
Back getting this massage, nigga. That
No.
like what?
That tour money crazy.
Yeah, if you can get a
Oh, it
tour.
would be.
I janky promote that motherfucker right at Harems. R. Kelly comes.
Kills.
And I'm selling
No.
$1,500
VIP?
VIP, $100 at the door. Yeah.
Would you
that's
be
how-
all in the pictures with him and shit?
Fuck yeah. Fuck.
What about the riverfront? What's that?
The amphitheater.
Fuck yeah.
We doubling there too. We doubling back. Jam talking about. I got the whole town.
I see they got Boys and
Friday,
Men
Saturday.
coming down there at the amphitheater.
What's the name?
He can headline.
Somebody was telling me about that.
They can slide through before they can open up for him.
There ain't no Boys and Men ain't open up for no fucking R. Kelly, dude.
They
When
can.
I janky
Fuck
promote
you
the
mean?
shit. Yeah.
No, they can't.
Fuck boys and men. Boys and men ain't got shit on kills.
Kells will never, you'll never see. Kells only
They
performance
gonna
gonna
be
be.
riding. They gonna be fucking protesting like a motherfucker.
Come on down. The fuck?
He ain't peeing no more.
They
They didn't even let him perform in Springfield. Remember, he was supposed to perform in Springfield before he got locked up. They shut that down.
That shit
Huh?
ain't it, bro.
Yeah, because they was hating. Not because
That,
they
they're
didn't
gonna
want
do,
him to be
You don't think
there.
that's gonna happen here?
They protest at the abortion clinic every fucking day. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That shit is wild. It is a Planned Parenthood by my house, and they out there every morning.
Exactly. So
They like work. They like work here, basically.
It's people that's gonna be there.
I'm saying, but it was effective.
like
They
work
shut it
there.
down. He didn't.
Like cold.
He
hot,
didn't
no
perform
matter.
because they were protesting. Like
Hating on
Well, we gotta get security for my man.
he ain't getting out. So why are we even talking about this?
He ain't getting out.
I just gave you the breakdown. They give him 25 years, time served.
Where's the 15 years time?
This is a break like
You know when you
He gonna appeal.
when you
he'll appeal.
when you in Cook County every day is like 5.
some shit like that.
No, the fuck it ain't, dude.
It's two.
That's what the lawyer fucking said when you in Cook County though.
He ain't in Cook County. He in New York.
He in New York?
Yeah, this is the Fed case that he facing.
yeah.
He got to go back to Cook County to face some other shit. They got the videotapes in Chicago for him. They say he found
He
5
did
of
that
them.
same year goddamn Wayne did.
You know they said that
Right on
they
home.
it's supposed to be a gun that got smuggled into the prison that he in right now,
Damn.
and they ain't found it yet. They still
Yeah,
ain't.
In New York,
Yeah, they still ain't been able.
you
to
know,
find it.
Nas said he's on Illmatic. He said, you know, a nigga that had a tech on the island back in the day, Rikers Island.
Imagine that though.
I'm
Nigga
gonna
with a
fuck with
strap in the prison though.
Nah.
That's wild. What they gonna do with that?
Spray. That damn spray the motherfucking block. It started a riot.
That ain't even the weapon you want to have though in the joint, right? Because once you use it, it's over with.
The job is
I don't
done.
want to talk about the joint. Fuck.
The job is done.
Thoughts and prayers to
I
the
gotta
young
switch on
to the Young Thug family. Shout out to Kevin Lyles, man, if it came through. Y'all know who Kevin Lyles is. Watch Backstage, the documentary about the tour, Hard Knock Life tour with Jay-Z, DMX, and Redman, Method Man. Kevin Lyles is on there he worked for Def Jam back then, getting yelled at by
I don't
Dame.
fuck with Loud. I don't fuck with Loud. Though. He owe Dame money, dude.
No, he don't.
Yeah, he do. I don't fuck with that. dude.
But Kevin Lyles though, he showed up for Young Thug in court, and I don't like how
I
if
think
you
that was Russell Simmons for me.
if you watch it though, they was trying to play him in court though, and they was trying to say like if we let him out, are you gonna be able? You know, it's gonna be like $1 million just in security to watch over him or something like that. Are you prepared to do that? He was like, yeah, I am. He is too. Like, that's my business partner. Like, basically, like broke down like all the businesses that he run. Like, fam, I
I got it.
he like, who are you? What's your name? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause like you trying to play with me, and like, fam, I'm 100 M's up. Like, nigga, like.
Why I don't give my nigga Dame his money then?
I think cause Dame shot Kevin Lyles out after he did that. I don't think because if he owed Dame some money, he'd be mad.
He still owes some money. After they breathed on it. You know what I'm saying? You see that video of him and Kevin Lyles breathing on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because he owed him that bread.
But that wasn't Kevin Lyles. That was the
Kevin Lyles,
director.
I understand. Kevin Lyles owed that man some money, man. He said that shit.
But the video you talking about is Lee Daniels.
I might have misspoken.
And Lee Daniels paid him too.
Might have misspoke. Kevin Lyles owes some bread too, though, man.
We about to have a compilation of this nigga
They
missing.
talking motherfuckers breathe on you though. It's serious.
But he talking, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let me
you're
holler
right
at
about
you.
that. You're definitely right about that. I'm talking about as far as the video.
Yeah, I think Kevin Lyles and Dame is cool now. You know what I'm saying? But that was some dope shit because you seen Bobby Smurder when he went to jail. Like nobody at Epic Records trying to look out for Bobby and them. They was
They should. What they do
falling
to
back.
him?
Huh?
I said they should have. What they do to him?
What you mean?
A little different.
Bobby Shmurda, yeah, he
That
only
ain't
got
make
one
songs.
slap.
I'm just saying, they
He only
like.
got one slap though. You got plenty slaps.
So you saying if Thug ain't have all them slaps, they wouldn't be. Kevin
Hell
Lyles wouldn't been
no.
there crying like that.
Hell no. You got to be able to recoup this shit.
You still on the contract. and shit.
Yeah, hey, now we got to make something shake.
Whatever they said he did this.
Damn.
All of them, all 26 members.
I thought it was 50.
50 bodies.
No, it's 50
26 members.
bodies.
And a dog.
26 members of
They was
YSL
saying
got
the
arrested.
dog in first to bite motherfuckers. Damn.
What?
The dog.
They arrested the dog off the app. You know,
I know
YSL.
what I'm saying. I thought that was true. Though.
Just talking shit.
Nah, it's somebody finna. Yeah, it's probably.
But they
Somebody
wait.
gonna tell.
They got denied buying him and Gunner. They go
Out
on
of
trial
26 niggas, how many think you gonna tell?
January.
Like
Next
7 months.
Go to jail next year. That's crazy.
You gotta sit in jail. You're a millionaire in jail.
That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Blown it, son.
That gotta be weird as fuck.
How many people you think gonna tell out of the 26?
A couple of them telling already out here, if I ain't mistaken.
25?
all that
Fuck
shit.
you mean?
Yeah, I say
It's gonna be that one hard ass nigga like I ain't going. They gonna take care of me. The other 25. See what had happened was.
But you know when them niggas cop out, that's what be fucking it up too though. So it's like they might not like
'Cause it's only
tell.
sweet. It's only sweet in the beginning. The
Yeah.
deals is only sweet in the beginning.
But like when they say guilt, like when they plead guilty and take their time and shit, they admitting to guilt. So it's like it's.
I did something.
So it's like, say if all these niggas right here say I'm gonna take this 10, they offer me 10, I'm just gonna take it. That's even if Thug like trying to fight it, but like if you taking 10, that means you really are the leader of this shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a fucked up situation.
Nino Brown, them boys, he took 10. I was just he was the man calling all the shots.
Hating
Dude
on
took
light skinned
10.
nigga, man.
He was the one calling.
Nino got 2 years, dude.
Nino
Be
went
out,
through
be out. I'll be out. He said, I'll be out in a year.
You know what?
Hating on my uncle, dude. Christopher Williams.
Oh, ass nigga, dude. He was a lame.
Kareem Akbar. I ain't like that shit.
Opportunity. That's what he get.
Damn.
That dude didn't do nothing,
But
man.
here's what he get. He left that fly ass job to come down there and run a criminal organization. That's what he gets. So it's opportunity, it's greed. So that's what the fuck he get. And he was light skinned.
Nino was hating on him from day one.
Didn't he get stabbed too?
Nigga stabbed him in his hand, talking about, I never liked you anyway, you pretty motherfucker.
Me either. Same way I feel. What you down here with us for?
You hired me,
Go
motherfucker.
do your bank job. Man. That's what he should have been doing.
Whatever, man. Last month, was it still? No, last month was mental health awareness. Right now, it's just, it got trendy for a little second, like mental health and shit. Like, so it almost made people like not even want to take it serious because it was feeling like it was just getting pushed on everybody everywhere. But I feel like mental health is like a very, very, very important. Though, like I said, the older I get, you just start realizing stuff. And main thing I realized, like mental health, how we grew up, we kind of was taught some shit wrong a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit. Fuck you mean, dude.
It's just like stuff that we deem as normal and shit. That ain't some normal shit.
Ain't at all.
You know, and
The things that we was seeing, the things that we was taught, like it ain't nothing normal about a lot of that shit. So
check your mental. I started going to therapy, man. I'm 2 sessions in. I'm going once a week. So I like, and we got next episode. We'll have we got a new sponsor, BetterHelp.com. Some online therapy and stuff. Use our promo code. Get some online therapy. They got all types of therapy on there. I don't want to do the whole ad yet because it ain't all the way through, but that'll help out. I'm gonna have at the Reason Doubt weekend. We're gonna have a table for like BetterHelp.com. So try to give people some free therapy, some sessions that they'll sign up for that too. So what Marshawn, let's say
Take care of your chicken.
take care of your chicken.
That's crazy. I was thinking of the exact same thing you said. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
it ain't even gotta be about yourself. It's about, it might be somebody that you know. Maybe it might be a loved one. It might be a coworker. You know what I'm saying? Like I recently had a conversation with my coworker because I've been going to therapy myself, not for no specific reason, just trying to figure some things out. But he actually just lost his wife, so it was just like, you know, he got real quiet at first, and then lately he been talking and stuff. So I just kind of slid in, like, you know, you get off work in the morning. I got a therapy session in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Just threw that out there. You know what I'm saying? We get free sessions through the job. So he was just like, you know, maybe I ought to look into that though. You know what I'm saying? They bring the paper in. You know, just it's therapy is mental health. It's something that you don't necessarily want to press, but it's just like start a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because we so fucked up, especially when it comes to our community. Like, it's really frowned upon, but it's a big deal. Because like black people overall, like we talking about 400-500 years worth of this shit though. this shit, we deep in this shit though, you know, but we ain't embracing it versus like a white person or something, or a privileged person that just kind of like went through a couple things and then they just like, you know, they go to therapy with no problem and not judged at all, you know. But if we do it or if we even have a conversation about it, it's like it's a big judgment, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be normal. Like Sim said, like certain things are normalized. Like checking on your engine is normalized, nigga. Like I always tell people, like, you know, I've been rolling like a motherfucker, but that check engine light been on and I knew it though. You know what I'm saying? So check your engine. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing wrong with that though. If you want this motherfucker to keep rolling, check your fucking engine. It's nothing wrong with that. Like but sometimes it take for certain people to just put it out there to make other people feel comfortable. So if we at Reason It Out got to pave the way for others to, you know what I'm saying, go on with it, and that's what we willing to do.
Yeah,
That's what I'm willing to do for sure.
And we need to normalize that more. You know what I'm saying? All the bullshit we normalize, that we've been normalizing for years, like just as a culture, we should normalize therapy and taking care of yourself. Because, man, if your head fucked up, you gonna be, no matter what you do, and you never gonna be happy. Like we was talking, like money can make you happy and shit like that. They can, but if you ain't right though, like your head ain't right, you ain't got your mind ain't in the right place and shit, nothing gonna help you. So
Yeah, that's good. I think the human brain is the most powerful thing in the world, though. You know what I'm saying? Because without that, you know what I'm saying, like nothing else even happens, though. So like if you ain't checking on your computer, then you fucked up, though. So
you see, 21 Savage was on a podcast. He did an interview, and they asked him about his relationship with Jay-Z, and he said that he told the top 3 things that Jay-Z spent his money on. Told 21 Savage, he said a doctor, a chef, and a lawyer. And he was like, he said that on there, and then 21 Savage showed a text message from Hov, and he explained each one of them. He was like a lawyer to stay free, a doctor, because he's like, no matter, he said, if your health mental ain't right, nigga, you can't spend no money. You know what I'm saying? He said a chef is just a way of life, just another thing, just fix your way of life and shit like that. So you would think like a billionaire right there, and we'd be thinking like, got all this money, what you gonna do? We didn't have conversations talking about the hitting the lottery, doing all type of shit. I ain't never heard nobody say, what would you do if you had this much money? Oh, I'll give me a personal chef, or I'll give me the best lawyer. You ain't never heard nobody say no shit like that.
overall, it's just it's investing in yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Health is wealth. Like that. Everybody like the catchy phrases and shit like that. Like, but they don't necessarily be following through with that shit though. Like, so health is wealth. Everybody got a little punchline. Your local dope fiend, your local alcoholic got a different punchlines and different lingo. But like, the people that really be living by that shit, those are the people that I admire. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, you talk to a dope fiend, he give you some game. Like, yeah, that's cool and all. But like the people that really practice what they preach, those are the people that really be leading the nation, though.
Yeah, you know,
like for real.
With that shit though, like with health is wealth and all this shit, you say all this good shit. The reason why all them people successful that do follow that shit, man, that should take hard work to do that, to be disciplined and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I admire nigga, like not admire, but I can show some more respect to when you see somebody that's really in shape at an older age and shit. You gotta show them some respect, because you know what that, if you go to the gym or anything, you know what that take. You know what I'm saying? Just to stay in shape. You in your 40s and you still in shape type shit. Like, these people got discipline, you know what I'm saying, that other people don't got. That's just one thing, but just taking care of yourself, like that type of shit is hard to do. You know, that it's easy to sit around, not do shit, watch TV all day and shit, but it's hard to be disciplined, get some work done and shit like that.
And then, like I said, overall with the mental health thing, I wish it was like you said, we looking at the sponsor as far as the Better Health everything and stuff like that. But I wish it was more leaders and mentors. I wish it was more like maybe like a therapist that was working like pro bono or something, just really trying to help out the community, because it go back to the people we going to jail for the whole for people like with the dope fiends and stuff like that. Like now they looking at the people that's on the pills and stuff like that. They looking at like then this is like a thing. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day when they wasn't looking at it like that though. It wasn't no mental health thing then. It was just like crucifying everybody that was involved in the drug trade or the drug game. But like these people really had a problem. So like now with the pills and stuff, they looking at it as an epidemic, but they wasn't looking at it then. So like we wasn't really getting the proper help that we needed back then. But now they trying to do it now, you know what I'm saying? But overall, even like I posted something about people that be, that be getting killed and stuff like that. What about the people that be killing people though? That's terrible though. You grow up in a society and everything is just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you went through some shit though. You know what I'm saying? You might be going through mental health though. Like as far as like just our community. I can't speak on white people or people that I don't know, but it's as far as our community, the behaviors that we normalize, the behaviors that we seen growing up and stuff like that, like we normalize that type of shit though. The hustling, the pistol play, the you got me fucked up, the you know what I'm saying, the ego thing, like we normalize that shit though. That's trauma. That's trauma.
A lot of it could have been checked if they was checking their engine.
Exactly though. A lot of that shit could, or if we had the proper amount of OGs or mentors. I won't even call them OGs because that's more like some street shit. But like mentors. We need more mentors. We need more leaders in our society.
I feel like a lot of, like for instance, I was just in Atlanta, right? And I was around two of my friends, but they both like Nigerian background and shit. Their parents like they first like their parents born in Nigeria. They here. You know what I'm saying? How they live and how they grew up. Shit that's normal to them.
Totally different than us.
It's just totally different. Like it's a privilege in them. Like we had a whole conversation. Like I said, we did. Like we talked for like 5 hours before. You know what I'm saying? The last day I was there. You know what I'm saying? All night we just talking, and we had a conversation about like selling drugs. And he couldn't. One of my friends. He couldn't even figure out. Like I don't understand how somebody would like. Why would you do that? Like why would they sell drugs? Like it don't make sense when you really think about it. Like you could sell drugs, but you gotta worry about people robbing you. Shit, like he's just a logical person. Like I said, this nigga a lawyer and shit. So he think logically, and he was like, logically, selling drugs don't make sense.
The risk
and I'm saying,
better than the reward.
The risk and the reward.
And I'm telling him, and I'm like, well, if you were like you were in that situation, like what's the easiest way to come up or something like that? And I was like.
You have to understand.
Like you have to rob somebody or you would sell drugs. That'd be the easy way. He was like, I would think like scamming or something like that, like fraud and shit like
risk
that.
Free.
And I said, yeah, that's how. Because you came up and that's what you seen normally. I said, but what if you grew up in the hood and all you seen successful people selling drugs? And I told him, I said, bro, I don't even know successful older people like that. They might have their shit together. It might be on. Dude, they sold drugs though. Like at one point in their life, like I don't. That's what I'm saying. I like people that I know. That's how it is. I don't know like successful doctors and shit.
And
like
that's what you have to sit back and look at things like. It's about a lot of things are about perspective. So it's just like you looking at it like they thinking you sound crazy, you thinking they sound crazy, and the motherfucker too.
No, but
it's just like it's just about what you grew up looking at, like your OGs and your hood. Like this is. We come from a small town. That's what that's a big thing that people don't be understanding is like, why don't you just do this or why don't you just? I never seen nobody do that shit. I never even I never done it. I don't even know nobody else that even done it. So for me to do it, that sounds really far fetched though. And so whether you might sound crazy to you, but at least you have to understand where I'm coming from.
See the beautiful part of like the conversation that we was having nobody in the conversation, nobody was feeling like they were sounding crazy. Everybody understood.
Wow.
It. Understood.
It was a wild moment for
everybody
everybody,
understood everybody's perspective. Like when he said, like, I would just do bank fraud or some shit like that. It makes sense to me because I could understand why he would say that because that's probably is some easy shit for him to do. But I know about being a young nigga like and thinking my only options was this and that. You know what I'm saying? Not really looking at it like my options is, all right, fuck, I can go to school and I can do this and I can figure like them. People just stuck with other options and shit. Just it's all about how you come up, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why we need to make it normal to get therapy, normal to, you know what I'm saying, like to do this outside the box shit. You know what I'm saying? That would seem outside the box.
I just feel like with the proper, like, OGs and the proper mentors and the proper programs, like, you know, I go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it. I'm on my, like, 4th or 5th session. But some people, I don't want to push that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't just fucked up like that, though. Like, let's just normalize a regular life, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, just about opportunities and just about different visions and stuff like that. You can normalize that, and it's just like, my job as a parent is to, you know what I'm saying, help my kids navigate through life and try to understand the life that they're living versus the life that I was living, though. You know, that's another thing. That's a big deal because a lot of older people, they always want to compare generations, and you can't do that. There's no way that you can properly do that. And like people try to compare sports, like 'cause back when I played sports, you can't do that. And if you do not adapt to these times, then you just lost. And I don't think anybody ever wanted to be lost because if you lost, you can't communicate with your kids properly because they going through some shit. All you thinking, you stupid motherfucker. That's how you talking to your kids. But instead of sitting back and like, shit is different. Like, this shit is really, really, really different. And it's like, oh, okay, well, let's figure this shit out together. Versus just, I'm going to whoop your ass. And this is a person, I never whooped my kids in my life, and that's on God. And it's just, and I, like, some people might think different of that or whatever, but, like, I just think communication overall is a big deal. You know, just trying to figure things out, trying to communicate with things, and letting people have a voice because when we was growing up, we never really had much of a voice. You know what I'm saying? That was part of our generation. Like, shut the fuck up. Parents talking, adults talking, y'all go play. Like, y'all ain't even humans until you become an adult. But I was a human the day I was fucking brought into this world. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal, though, man.
Yeah,
No,
we're a kid though. Like, you gotta do need to shut the fuck up.
That's just going to what he said.
No, I do get it.
That's just going to.
No, I do get it. It is. No, I'm firm as fuck. It is times where you do need to stay in your place. No, I ain't for none of that shit. It is times where you do need to stay in your place though. But if your parent has an open door policy and you know value your opinion and stuff like that, and it's a time where it might have been not that time when you're talking to Aunt Shirley, you know what I'm saying? But like, hey, man,
it's about I
don't appreciate.
You gotta be able to talk to your kids. Though.
You should.
Your kids shouldn't be scared to talk.
Fuck
to you.
no, they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You should keep that open line of communication because other than that, you don't know who the fuck in your house. Yeah. Because this is a human being. Everybody, we was always looked at as kids. Mm-hmm. You got adults, you got kids. But like adults are human beings and kids are just kids. Everybody's a human being.
We gotta like you said, it ain't just gotta be like no therapy and shit. But like you said, you just gotta normalize. Show people other shit. You know what I'm saying? Show them that there's other ways to do things, other ways to
resources.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Show people that there's other ways. You know, give them the resources to do other things. Just like you said, you just put it out in the air with your coworker at work.
Just throw it out
push
there.
it on him, but I'm gonna go ahead and set it right here. Mm-hmm. So if you need some, I'm gonna give you the resources.
That type of shit, the way to get it, and like what he was going through was crazy because it's like way more severe than what I'm going through. I'm just going through trying to figure some shit out on some purpose type shit though. He's going through like a loss. And it was like, so I put it out there like just letting you know, like I'm a cool ass nigga, real laid back, like, but I ain't scared to check on myself or to figure things out.
See, and I just think like. maybe not Juice, but like a lot of Juice friends or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying, that he grew up with and shit. I got a relationship with them, like just talking to them. I didn't gave like game on certain things, you know what I'm saying? Not preaching to them or none of that shit. Just trying to tell them they can do some different shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, like they thinking they stuck in like some small town shit. They gotta do this, gotta do that. And I'm telling them like, nah, bro, like it ain't that hard to go to school or do this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even after they might have been out of school a couple years or some shit like that, just telling them to see different things and shit. Like, tell them they got options. I try to do that a lot because me growing up, nobody ever did that shit for me. Like, I became a man by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever sat me down and was like, hey, you should do this, you should do this. It gave me advice or none of that shit. I felt like older people that was close to me, like they damn near was competing with me, like growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like they was damn near not trying to give me no game because, I'm doing all right. So it's like I felt like it was almost they wasn't even trying to help me out in that type of way.
And I think that's real common because I was talking to DT last night about the same thing. Like it's certain things that we trying to do, but like we don't have mentors to, you know, push us in a positive direction. And like the thing about it is like a certain generations is just really fucked up though. But like with us, ain't none of us really fucked up though. Niggas ain't got felonies. Niggas don't have drug habits and stuff like that. I feel like it's an OG that can be like, man, I admired that group of niggas. I admire y'all group of young men and y'all.
We do get that. We do get that.
Do we? From who? I swear, I swear to God, I've never had nobody come to me like that though. I've never in my life. I had motherfuckers tell me like.
D-Money told us that on the show.
Huh?
D-Money told us that on the show.
What is he helping us with?
Huh?
I mean, what you just said.
He gave us our flyer.
I appreciate that, but it's just like, you know, I'm not mad at D-Money or whoever, but like they always say you can't, like you can't, like you. A lot of people don't even know. Like I'm okay with it because a lot of people never been where we trying to go. Basically, you know what I'm saying. So they don't even really know how to even lead us though.
Mm-hmm. See, but what you're saying is that when I was down in Atlanta, right? We're gonna bring this damn Atlanta trip, but when we went out, like we went to Camp Newton Cigar Bar. When we went to Camp Newton Cigar Bar, though, we went with Dino's mentor. You keep on saying mentor. Mm-hmm. That's how Dino referred to him. It was a cat named Larry. Mentor, yeah. That's what he's saying. My mentor. We about to go meet my mentor and shit like that. And then he broke down how he met him and like why Dino in the position he in. Like
because of dude.
Because of him. You know what I'm saying? Because of a person that he didn't even know. Well, they both Kappas and shit, so that helped and shit like that. But dude just gave him game and put him in positions, siding with the right people because he been through that shit like that. Whoever told you to get a mentor or some shit like that.
Right. But the hard thing to do about that is, what a hard thing to find a good mentor be because what are their motives sometimes? Mm-hmm. And the reason I say that is because, like in my own personal life, I'm starting to make a transition on as far as like my professional shit. You know what I'm saying? I was previously with a company I had a partnership with that I'm no longer with now because I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying, my own solo stuff that I'm working on. And through that relationship, I had mentors. Mm-hmm. But ever since I did away with that contract, those mentors faded away because during that situation, they was benefiting from mentoring me. You know what I'm saying?
Working off of
monetarily.
Yeah.
They was benefiting in some sort of way. Right, so it's like trying to figure out, and I had built relationships that I thought were genuine and solid, you know what I'm saying, not regardless of what my standing was with, you know what I'm saying, a certain company. And then I realized over the last 2 months that
this wasn't that.
That ain't that. I ain't heard from none of these people since I made my decision, right? And these people I had personal conversations with about stuff outside of that, but people will sit in your face and act like they care about certain shit or want to help you do certain things until they can no longer benefit from it. Yeah. So I feel like that's what you bringing that up, that'd be an issue too sometimes because, like I said, I had 2 or 3 people who I thought, you know what I'm saying, that I could call on at any time, you know what I'm saying, about anything. And then now that situation is different, you know what I'm saying, it ain't like that no more. So So I think that's another thing. Speaking for my generation,
Yeah.
that'd be hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be
I
like,
don't
all
think
right,
it's,
what's
I
your...
don't think it's your generation. I just strictly your perspective.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying just like people my age though. You know what I'm saying? Because not maybe necessarily with my situation, but it might be somebody else who's doing something totally different. Who, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what are people's? If somebody claim they want to be your mentor or something, like, what are their motives? Do they really just want to help you, or is it? Oh, I see this young lady here can be this.
Your work.
And that's something.
Is
That's
it
something that we
beneficial
would
or
have
have you
to.
beneficial?
Or you beneficial.
Fam,
Come on,
fam.
fam. Don't do my nigga. Don't for real.
That wasn't no
That's that
Twitter,
fact.
bro.
That's
No,
that
that wasn't
Don't
no
do
Twitter,
my
bro.
nigga. I know
That-
what you're saying.
Definitely a Twitter.
But really, it's just about that's something that we on the start of our journey with the podcast, and that's something that we definitely gonna have to navigate through. So it's just like the people that, like you said, we can go ahead and throw some flowers. We can shout out to Ali. We can shout out to, just even Dino providing a space for us. We can shout out to Keywan being on our podcast multiple times. We can shout out to Marvier hooking us up for, with certain interviews and stuff like that. Like, give people the flowers without nothing coming in return, though. So, like, you had to continue to build those genuine relationships. But what we're trying to go, like, we're going to encounter a lot of this shit, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be prepared to,
Bump some elbows.
yeah, figure some shit out, though.
that's
I would
cool,
hate
too.
for
Like,
KD to have to slap somebody around and shit like that. You know, that's the ain't what, that ain't what we stand for.
What?
But it's just like,
Oh, yeah, I catch him. I do it for the couple people.
Hey man, shout out to Marvier Lawrence. You go check that interview out. I did with him. He got an event for 618 Day coming up. I think we spoke about it already. Doing at Heron's Bar in Alton, Illinois. 618 Day doing performances. Fresco Kane, Money to Plug, Man Miller, L.A. Foles, and a whole bunch of other people will be performing that night. But I did an interview with him. And I called him out on a whole bunch of his shit. So check the interview out, man. I wasn't just letting him get all that shit off. He had me and Deuces pretty weak when we was recording that shit. But I think the people they're gonna appreciate that I just didn't let them just say all that silly ass shit. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I like about, you can have dialect with somebody and don't have to agree with them. Like you can let. Like, our opinions is different, you know what I'm saying?
We gotta normalize that too. Like, a lot of
we
people-
definitely like that. That's a big deal. We can agree to disagree.
It
you know
ain't
what
gotta
I'm saying? That
become
type of
violent. We ain't
All
gotta
of
get physical.
You ain't got to storm out an interview.
It
like
it ain't even just about like an interview or nothing. Like, you can, or just friendships or relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like in a relationship, you don't have to agree with everything, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can just figure out who y'all are and what y'all bring to the table, and it's just about what you value from this person. If certain things are not a deal breaker, then you're willing to deal with things that you wouldn't typically deal with from anybody else. So, like, just, you can agree to disagree.
Is the term happy wife, happy life toxic?
Yeah.
I don't think it's toxic, but like, I don't think it's 100% true.
I think it's toxic. Like,
I think it's
Because
toxic
it's just like,
it's self.
Because what if my wife happy but I'm not?
it's selfish.
That's what I'm saying. That's what toxic. That's some toxic shit. Like,
It's just inherited, though. I mean, that, you know what I'm saying? Not.
But that's part of
It's passed down.
That's
Yeah.
part of
no, but I'm just saying.
It's passed down from some suckers. Let's just put that shit out there.
No, that's
Fuck
not
you
true.
mean.
That ain't true.
That is fucking true.
You think your J Love was sucking?
Huh?
No.
not
No.
that dude.
You think J Love is a sucker?
I never heard him fucking quote that phrase in his life.
But he lived it though.
No, he didn't. No, he
Well,
didn't.
from what I know, he made his wife happy. From what I know,
As a motherfucker, though. But in turn, she made him happy. Fuck you mean? He just started cooking when she passed away. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like every woman be thinking like, me and do this, me and do this, me and do that. But like, first of all, I have motherfuckers do a lot for me. So like, if you don't add value to my life, then fuck your life. And that's on God. That's how I feel. because I came so fucking far to where I am right now. So like, if you do not, it's not a whole tricking on you, buying you shit, and me adding value or sponsoring your trips. You have to find somebody else. Like happy wife, happy life. What about happy husband? I'm sitting over here like this. That's not true. I don't like that shit at all.
That means it's toxic. See, I like how much you had to say about that.
I've been turned up since 30 minutes ago.
No, I'm just saying, but
It is toxic.
that's a toxic thing. But it's just, but like Katie said, it is something that's past that. But it's just like,
Do you agree with it?
No, I don't. I don't agree with it. It's just inherited. A lot of things is
like it's just a saying that
it's a
everybody.
saying that's inherited. Just like
Well,
just
that's
like
part of the point. That's the shit we gotta stop.
well, yeah, but it's also it goes the same way with little girls. It was inherited to them that you got to cook, clean for your husband, all that to make your husband happy. So, and they might not be happy. So it goes both ways. Just an inherited type of mentality that's been pushed down and pushed down and pushed down. But when it all said and done, you got to be yourself.
You gotta
Shout out to
be,
Stan.
and you gotta be yourself, and you had to understand like who this person is, the person that you met, the person that you dating, the person that you decide to marry or have a child with, and stuff like that. You have to understand that person, because whoever the fuck you met that's gonna be that same person. Though, like some people be feeling so highly of themselves that they think that they can change a person. Mostly women. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? Guys just be like, they just be going through the motions and shit. But women be feeling like,
You don't think you can change though?
huh?
You don't think a person can change?
No. And I think I'm that nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But you changed a lot since I
No,
met you.
no, change a person, not change as a person. People
He said
be,
a woman.
Turn you into
people
somebody
thinking
else.
you can change a person. You know what I'm saying? Like you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like your woman, like, oh, I'm finna make him this.
I think I'd
Like people be so strong that they think that they can change a person, and that's almost impossible. And if you do, like, you might even do it temporarily.
That's what I was
but
saying. I
that's
think
not
some
helping.
niggas give up sometimes. It's like, I'm just gonna do whatever she say.
But how can you sustain? how can you sustain that though? You can't. I don't think nobody in this world can keep up being somebody
Well, I
else.
think-
That's what he said.
well, I
Shout out to Steen. Be yourself. I don't think nobody
Check engine
can.
light coming on. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Check
It's
it
because
out.
And
it's
one
how
day,
they
then
do
one
it.
day you just
Snap. That's how it is,
I
though.
can't take this shit no more.
So it's just like it's better for you to accept this person with certain flow. You just have to realize, like, damn, this is certain shit I don't like. This is shit that I love, and is this shit a deal breaker? That's really what you have to factor in, because whatever that person presents you, that's what the fuck that is, though. You know what I'm saying? And if you got somebody that you can communicate with from day one, like, that's a recipe for disaster. So it's just
Gumbo.
I just threw that out there. Happy white
I
happy
gotta go
life.
to work tonight, man. Let me wrap this shit
You the
up.
one that got all turned up, man. Shit. Happy wife, happy life. You call all niggas suckers and shit. I'm telling you call him a sucker.
Who?
Just
because they couldn't doesn't mean it can't. Been a Reason
I
Dog
make that clip,
podcast.
man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we up out of here, man. Episode 138. Shout out to everybody that gonna come out and support, man. Reason Dog weekend coming up soon. We'll be there.
Of course.
We'll be there. We want to see y'all there, man. We'll be up out of here. We'll be here next week. Shout anybody come to the pool party, support Juice birthday. We'll be there too. And if you ain't gonna be there, fuck you. We're gonna be up out of here, man. We'll see y'all next week. 1.